Hi, the Traveller Scotsman here, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to continue our tour of Arvia by exploring the dining options on the ship. And if you stick around to the end, we reveal our favourite restaurant. We'll also give you some tips and tricks to make sure you get the reservation to the restaurants that you want. If you're looking for a buffet style meal, head on up to the Horizon restaurant on deck 16. We tried breakfast here once but it was a bit crowded for us. We also found the choices a little limited, with a rotating selection of international dishes and carvery almost every single day. Aft of the ship you'll find Meridian and Zenith restaurants, which are open for breakfast, lunch and dinner. The views when you arrived in port were amazing. Now we're not saying we're breakfast snobs, but as you can see here, the Zenith restaurant offered a fantastic choice on the menu. Not only was the food excellent, the best part, just relax at your table and have the food brought to you. What a way to start the day. This was the cruise breakfast, which was absolutely excellent. It was my birthday while we were on board, so we booked a dinner and show at the Limelight Club, with Mark Cardle headlining. We booked these tickets as soon as the reservation window opened. After being seated, our food and drinks order was taken. The pre-show act came on while we enjoyed our starters. Josie had mushroom and truffle arancini, and I had the scallops. We both opted for the pavio of beef with horseradish Yorkshire puddings. Beef was really tender and delicious. For dessert, we both had the milk chocolate brownie with ice cream, absolutely delicious. After that, we settled down to watch Mark Cardle perform for 45 minutes, which we felt was a little bit short.
Now here I go again, I see your crystal vision.
We had 2 formal nights on the cruise and we were lucky enough to get the chef's table on both occasions. The service was excellent and we got window seats on both evenings. They used the same menu on both nights, but as you can see there was plenty to choose from. We both had the ham for starter, followed by the beef Wellington, which was perfectly cooked to our liking. On the second formal night we opted for the lamb cutlets, delicious. Get a little bored of the breakfast options, you can always head along to the 6th Street Diner. The menu's a little limited but the food is excellent. I didn't photograph any food because I was too busy looking at the fantastic images all around by the photographer Alexander Kingo. They really gave the place a bright, colourful look. For something more spicy, head to Sindhu. We dined there one evening. All of the items in the menu are charged per item, ranging from £5.50 for starters to £15 for the most expensive main course. Main course dishes come with sides and naan bread included. I ended up getting the mixed platter which had steak, lobster and duck. We're in the Keelan Cow tonight. It's Valentine's Day, it's all nice and red. Here's Josie. We both ordered some nice steaks. Josie's ordered a ribeye steak and I've ordered a T-bone steak. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that. Lovely atmosphere though. Some people were commenting on how it was a bit open, the Keelan Cow, but it's not at all. You can see here the menu is really extensive with some absolutely fantastic steaks. I would have really liked to have tried the tomahawk and some of the burgers, probably one of our biggest regrets, we only went there once. Both of our steaks came out looking really nice, absolutely delicious. And mine was cooked perfectly medium rare, just how I like it. Enjoying your holiday, darling?
It's good, really enjoying it, nice to feel indulged. A little bit different to our normal travels these last few years. But yeah, really enjoyable.
So we're in the Epicurean for the night. It's near the end of the cruise for us. They've really booked more in advance. It's been quite a hard one to get established. Just arrived. Real nice silverware and plate setup. Nice lights, orchids. Are the real orchids, Mrs. Baptist?
They are.
Lovely. Some nice decor as well. As you can see, the menu was really extensive with a great selection of starters and main courses. Although if you're a vegetarian and a vegan, you're going to feel pretty left out here. Before the dishes arrive, we got some beautiful fresh bread and homemade batter brought out, absolutely delicious. Bloody
a virgin
Mary.
Bloody Mary. A virgin Bloody Mary. No alcohol.
So this one's a bit spectacular. This is the snow crab, the caviar. I'm not quite sure what that is. Josie's got the, what have you got, darling?
Manchego cheese, olives, dark and green, and Iberico ham, dark Iberico ham, and little country bread, like croutons, breadstick type things.
In between the starter and the main course, they gave us a palate cleanser, and then out came the star of the show, the pork chop with the scrumpy juice. Beautiful crispy crackling on top there. It was really delicious. Josie's was slightly dry though, and they served this with potatoes and broccoli. Then out with the desserts, it'd be rude not to. Josie had the crepe Suzette, and I had the cheese plate. I love a little bit of Christmas cake there. Yeah, the cheese was delicious as well. And now for our favourite restaurant, drum roll please. Yes, it's the Olive Grove. We actually ate here about 3 or 4 times. It was really good. The service was absolutely excellent. The ambience in the restaurant was great, and as you can see with the menu, that was a really great choice. We have 2 menus which they change weekly. We usually didn't have starters or desserts. We typically order mains plus salad and an extra to share. Absolutely delicious. There's definitely some restaurants that we'd have liked to try, but we never had a chance. Mizuhana was definitely one of those we should have tried. It's tucked in just behind the quays. Speaking of the quays, here we are at the quays on Deck 8 on Arvia. Definitely one of our favourite places to eat, especially at lunchtime. It comprises of 3 things: hook, line and vinegar for fish and chips, fusion, Asian kitchen and the roast carvery. Today I had the Massaman vegetarian curry and spicy pork. Small portions, honest. And my wife had her favourite fish and chips, which are really good. Look at the huge flakes of fish that you get with tartar sauce. It's absolutely amazing. Another restaurant that we didn't try was the Glass House on Deck 7. It really just didn't have the vibe that we were looking for. It felt more like a lounge than a restaurant. It did have a really nice bar though. If you don't feel like going out, there was some great options for room service as well. We tried it a couple of times for a small delivery fee. The food was really tasty. It was always warm when it was delivered. We were impressed. But of course there's lots of snack options available throughout the whole of the ship, so you won't go hungry, that's for sure. Now for some tips to help you get the best of your holiday. Book as many restaurants as you can before the trip. You'll receive an email about 14 days before to tell you about the restaurant queues that are open. Really take advantage of that, especially the chef's table and the Epicurean. Both were fully booked before the cruise. Some of the restaurants are not available until you get on the ship. The Keel and Cow, Horizon and Zenith, they're all managed by virtual queues. If the app doesn't allow you to book a virtual queue, it means they are managing the queue at the restaurant. Go along and you'll be given a buzzer. It does mean, however, you'll need to stay near the restaurant. Top tip, if you want to have breakfast at the main restaurants, the Horizon and Zenith, book on that the night before. This allows you to walk right to the front of the queue. All you need to do is be prepared for the heckling. Remember, queuing is a very British sport. App isn't great, but the staff at reception on level 7 are helpful. If you're struggling with it, just go along and they'll be happy to help. That's it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, we have lots more coming up. Please hit the like button, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any action. Thanks for watching.